When we talk about climate change and decarbonization, solar panels and wind turbines usually take the center stage. But they're actually only one part of the equation. Bringing all that clean electricity to the people who need it is just as important, but oftentimes overlooked. In fact, it is so important that studies have shown we need to triple our power grid's transmission capacity by 2050 if we want to have a 100% carbon-free future. To get there, not only does this mean building more power lines, of course, but this also requires us to rethink the way in which we transmit electricity. Back in the 1800s, people figured out that the most economically viable way to send electricity was to use high voltages. And back then, you could only unlock high voltages if you forced the electrons in the wires to wiggle back and forth, hence the name alternating currents, or AC. Now, if we fast forward to the present day, modern technologies have made it possible to transmit electricity with even more efficiency by using direct currents, or DC, yet we still continue to use the same AC methods from the 1800s, even though this means losing out on grid capacity that we desperately need for integrating renewables. So in order to make DC transmission catch on, we need to find ways to make it simpler, cheaper, and more accessible. And that's where my research comes into play. Right now, state-of-the-art DC transmission technologies can raise the cost of a wind farm by 20 to 30%, simply because of all the additional hardware you need. On top of that, the generators we use to produce the electricity in the first place often require many rare earth materials with questionable origins, and we as the end user typically don't think about this. So my research has been exploring the idea of replacing conventional electric generators with a new technology, and this will allow you to produce high voltage DC electricity without all of the costly hardware. We call these devices electrostatic generators because instead of using magnets like you have in conventional generators, we're using the same electric forces that cause your hair to stand up when you rub it with a balloon. In addition, because we don't need any magnets, we can build our generators from more sustainable and ethically sourced materials, things like recycled plastics and aluminum. And so, with our electrostatic generators, we hope to not only make the transmission grid more efficient, but ultimately, our goal is to enable a technology that can help decarbonize our future and combat climate change. Thank you.